Friend, maybe I. Miss, dengar Miss ketawa je. Tak suara saya clear? Oh, okay, suara clear. Screen clear tak? How about the screen? Is it okay? Screen. Pasal hal teknikal ni. Okay, sudah Miss. Alright. Maybe because it is question. Alright, hopefully I can make it quick. Two of them are two batch metrics, where A ada bola. The rest So now, okay, this is statement. This is a statement where you have to deduce it. So A D A inverse equals to B. So this is a statement where you have to deduce. Dia tak sebut deduce, tetapi kamu sendiri yang faham bahawa you have to deduce it. Kenapa tu? Yang lain okay ke? Are you alright, everybody? Are you okay? Abel okay ke tu? Abel? So now deduce the statement where your aim right now is finding the D. Jadi bila you nak cari D, maksudnya kamu nak try to eliminate A dan A inverse sampailah you berjumpa dengan D sahaja. Okay, at the end of the day, at the end of the solution, at the end of the writing of the solution, you will meet D as a subject. Jadi cara untuk eliminate A dan A inverse bukan suka-suka hati bawa dia ke depan, bawa D ni ke belakang. Tak, cannot. You cannot do that. What you can do is I want to change this into green color, shall I? Oops. Yeah, I want to change it into green color so that I can use red color. So now I want to put A at the back. Miss, what are you doing now? I'm doing that ADA inverse. Okay, I'm doing ADA inverse akan didarabkan dengan A. Manakala B akan didarabkan dengan A. Okay, I multiply, okay, senang cerita, multiply A both sides. That is what I'm doing. Both sides, same position. Same position means at the back. At the back means here, at the back. Okay, I multiply A, both sides, but at the same position at the back. Dia tak boleh satu depan, satu belakang. Matrix ni adalah mengenai matrix ini adalah mengenai dimensi. Jadi tak boleh sesuka hati darab depan, darab belakang. You must times it. Kalau belakang, kalau depan. Okay? Christina, are you alright there? Line kamu dah okay ke? The rest of you, are you okay? Tolonglah bagi tahu saya. Seramai mungkin bagi tahu okay ke tidak. Can you see the screen? Can you hear my voice clearly? I cannot teach if many of you cannot see me. Is it because of our line? Can you all listen to me? Okay, sudah Miss. Okay. So now whenever you see A inverse bersama A, oh, I can hear your voice clearly but scene akan lambat sikit. Hoi, mencabarnya hari ni. So bila recall back, A inverse bertemu dengan A, dia adalah identity matrix. So you want to meet with the identity matrix. Yeah, you mahu berjumpa dengan identity matrix. The rest of it salin. AD times identity is equals to BA. Okay? Now, sekarang ni kita nak remember our aim is trying to make A as a subject. Okay, kita nak jadikan A sebagai subject. Therefore, our job right now is to multiply A inverse pula. Tapi since A inverse ni berada di depan, jadi yang sini pun mestilah berada di hadapan juga. Okay, that's the point. That is how it works. So A inverse mesti ditulis di depan. Jadinya you akan bertemu dengan identity, D identity. Actually the I here is identity. Identity is 1001. So identity ni sebenarnya macam nilai 1. So you don't have to write it. You can just leave the D alone. Okay, so D is equals to A inverse B times A. So that is how it works. Then, macam tu je lah. It is just a matter of multiplying A inverse. Kalau dia di depan lah kamu letak. Dua-dua mesti berada di hadapan. Okay, tak boleh sesuka hati letak sebab dia adalah dimensi. Dimension is very sensitive over here. Alright. So, is it clear the way I deduced it? So what we are doing right now is deduced concept. Okay, the deduced concept means you are aiming to get an identity. Okay, when you see an identity, you will be fine. You will be left with D only at the end of the day. Okay, so just make sure you multiply with the correct place, with the correct position. Kalau A di belakang, dua-dua side mesti A di belakang. Kalau A inverse di depan, dua-dua side mestilah berada di hadapan. Itu je sebenarnya. That is the meaning of deduced untuk dimension. Okay, untuk dimensi matrix, 2 by 2 matrix. So now your job is to find the value of A and D. Dia yang minta. Bukan. Dia tak minta lah A dan B tu, dia tak cakap pun. Tapi dia kata find the diagonal matrix, meaning dia nak cari bentuk ni lah. Dia nak cari the diagonal matrix where 0, 0 is there, and at the diagonal line here, it must have numbers. And this is where you do not know the numbers. You will know the numbers when you try to solve A inverse times B times A. Okay, so how do you do that, miss? Don't be afraid. Just do it. D is equals to A inverse. Oh, talking about A inverse. Do you have A inverse? You only have A. So you got to find your A inverse. So step 1, find A inverse first. So A inverse is equals to 1 over determinant A times it with adjoint A. So determinant A untuk 2 by 2 is very easy. Okay, look here. So what you have to do, determinant adalah 2 times 1 minus 3 times negative 1. That is your determinant of A. While the adjoint matrix here, it should be 1 and 2. 1 and 2 ni dia diterbalikkan, dia swap. Whereas here will become negative 3 and here will be 1. Therefore, 2 plus 3 is 5, which is 1 over 5. 1, negative 3, 1, 2. There you go. You have your inverse of A already. Okay, remember cara untuk ingat dengan mudah untuk cari inverse is focus at the diagonal line. I always focus you guys. I always talk about diagonal line here, which you must know that the bahagian diagonal line ni akan di swap. Okay, means ditukar lah. Sini pula 1, sini pula 2. And here is where it becomes negative. Okay, it becomes negative. Daripada 3 dia jadi negatif 3. Daripada 3 dia jadi negatif 3. Daripada negatif 1 dia jadi 1. Okay, you should know that by now. And then barulah kita sambungkan dengan, kita berbalik semula dengan objektif kita, iaitu kita nak mencari A inverse. So our A inverse is 1/5. We have found it already. 1, -3, 1 and 2. What is our B? Our B is AB 1, -1. Our A is 2, 3, -1, 1. So you just have to make sure everything is in the same, what do you call this? In the same 2x2 matrix. From there, barulah you senang untuk menyelesaikannya. So in this case, I would like to solve at the back here first. Saya nak selesaikan dari belakang. Okay, so you will see the magic here. I'll duplicate here because I don't want to solve that yet. I want to solve at the back here first, which AB with 2 and -1. I will get here 2A minus B, 3A plus B, and then here is 2 plus 1, which is 3, and here is 3 minus 1, which is 2. And then sambunglah lagi, cari pula negatif, cari pula here and here. Okay, sambunglah, buat dari belakang, senang. So 1/5 ni biarkan dia, jangan usik dia. Kamu tak perlu bawa dia masuk lagi selagi mana dia belum simplified, selagi mana dia belum dalam keadaan yang perlu dimasukkan. Tak payah, sebab kita masih dalam penyelesaian. Kita masih lagi dalam keadaan yang perlu selesaikan the 2x2 matrix here, multiplication of 2x2 matrix. Okay, this is what we call as multiplication of 2x2 matrix. So now your job is 2A minus B minus 9. Here is 3A plus B minus 6. Here is 2A minus B plus 6. And here is 3A plus B plus 4. Okay. Wow, miss, everything is in terms A and B. Yeah, exactly. But you must remember, recall what is the meaning of belum. Jangan recall lagi. Jangan recall lagi. Bila dah dalam bentuk simplified, when you have came with a simplified matrix, means you have this thing already. Barulah you masukkan ke dalam 2A minus B plus 9. Divided by 5. Masukkan. Barulah you masukkan 5 tu. 2A minus B plus 6 over 5. 3A plus B minus 6 over 5. 3A plus B plus 4 over 5. Everything is over 5 sebab you nak masukkan 1/5 to each element there. And then barulah you boleh compare with diagonal matrix. Compare with diagonal matrix, iaitu D bersamaan dengan apa? Tadi saya kata A. Okay, maybe I shouldn't put AB lah sebab dalam soalan ni dia dah pakai AB, betul tak? Okay, so saya tak nak ganggu, saya tak nak letak AB lah. Diagonal matrix could be anything here, any number here at the diagonal line there. At the diagonal line, it could be any numbers, but the rest of the element, it should be 0, 0. So your job is to compare with yang ada 0. Yang ada 0. That is your job. You got me? So this is where you compare it with yang ada 0. Lagi senang. That is the meaning of trying to get the value of A and B. So, dapatlah equation yang pertama, iaitu 3A tambah B tolak 6 bahagi 5, it will be equal to 0. Therefore, your 3A plus B minus 6 is equals to 0 will be your first equation. Seterusnya, 2A minus B plus 6 over 5 is equals to 0. And so 2A minus B plus 6 will be equal to 0. And this is your second equation. Okay? So, bila you dah ada dua equation ini, you bolehlah cari your nilai A and B. After you have found your A and B, which is, cari sendiri ya, your A is equals to 0 and your B is equals to 6. You do the simultaneous equation and you will find out your A is equals to 0 and your B is equals to 6. Lepas tu, dengan bahagianya, you pun buatlah conclusion saying that D is equal to, masukkanlah nilai. Masukkan nilai kat mana tu, Miss? Masukkanlah nilai ni. Ni kan D kita. Ni kan D kita. So, masukkanlah nilai pada A dan B di sini. Masukkanlah nilai A dan B di situ. Cari sendiri. Masukkan nilai bersama per, don't forget to divide with 5. Alright, you masukkan and then, saya tak cukup space. Okay, you masukkan and you will find out that your diagonal matrix D is actually equal to negative 3, 0, 0, 2. Tada! That is how it works. Yang ini memang kamu dah tahu nilainya kosong-kosong, tak payahlah cari. Tinggal nak cari bahagian sini dan bahagian sini sahaja. Masukkan nilai A dan masukkan nilai B. That's it. You dapatlah negatif 3 dan juga negatif 2 bahagian. Negatif 3 dan juga 2 di bahagian diagonal line. That is the meaning of diagonal matrix. Okay. So, jalan kerja agak panjang lah. Memang sangat panjang. It's just that you cannot be, you tak boleh berhenti kat mana yang you rasa tak sure. You have to try and error, okay? Don't doubt. Jangan doubt selagi mana you tak cuba. Okay, you should try first and see whether you got the answer or not. Okay, don't give up yet. So make sure you pandai buat simultaneous ya. That's the most important part. Let's move on to the 20. Soalan nombor 20. Soalan nombor 20 dan 21. Okey, 20 lah. Saya rasa masing-masing nak buat 20 ni. Nak saya ajar 20 ni. Okay, so what is this? Dia kata everything is 2 by 2 matrix. Ialah I is identity matrix. Find the value of A. Find the relationship of B and C. And then if B ada ada, C ada ada, find BC. So the thing is we have to find nilai A dululah. So in this case, dia dah bagi kita sesuatu iaitu A squared is equals to identity. So I bet you know how to find this. A, B, C, A. Saya buat rangka je lah. A, B, C, A. Identity matrix is 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1. Okay. And you would like to solve this by yourself. You should get, what is this? You should get A squared plus BC. Here you should get AB plus BA. Here you should get AC plus AC. Okay, AC dan AB sama je lah. AC dan CA tu sama je, okay? You takut sangat you nak letak juga CA pun boleh, tak ada masalah. It's just the same thing anyway. Okay? Here is BC, CB. Sama je. You jangan takut. CB plus A squared. Okay, just please know that they are the same thing. Okay? And so I simplify it. I would get A squared plus BC. This is 2AB. This is 2AC. This is BC plus A squared. Saya nak samakan, saya nak standardize. Senang bagi saya. Alright, so now your job is just to compare it. To compare anything that you feel is easy for you. So in this case, paling senang nak compare adalah 2AB is equals to 0. So you do that. So 2AB is equals to 0. Therefore, you know that A is equal to 0 over 2B. 0 divided by anything gonna give you 0. Therefore, your A is 0. Find the value of A. So the value of A is 0. Done. How about B? B, carilah yang ada B. Okay, let's do B. B is A squared plus BC is equals to 1. You know that your A is 0. 0 squared is still 0. Plus BC is equals to 1. Therefore, your BC is equals to 1. Done. Itulah yang dinamakan sebagai relationship of B and C. Dia bukan nak kata nilai B, nilai C. Tak. Dia kata apa? Relationship between B and C. Just leave it like that. That's your answer. Both of this is your answer. Just leave it like that. No problem at all, because they say that this is the relationship between B and C. Now, dia minta apa pula? Dia kata if B ya dia ada C ya dia ada, find B, C. Straightforward, shall we? BC, find BC. Find BC. Okay, B kita adalah 1/2 I plus A. Manakala C kita, Miss nak buat kat sini ke? Ya, sementara je. Nanti saya duplicate balik. So, C kita adalah 1/2 I minus A. So, now I will bring this down, going down. Saya nak tulis dekat atas tu je lah sekejap. So, now what we should do is that, do you remember kalau dia adalah constant, you can bring it in front. Okay, if you have A, B, K constant, it also mean macam ni lah senang cerita. Kalau K tu berada di tengah-tengah ke di belakang ke, you can bring it to the front. Okay, that's the properties. So, it doesn't matter. Ya. Kalau constant dia selamat, you boleh bawa dia sesuka hati yang you mahu. Therefore, this will become 1/4. Okay, and the rest of it you salin lah. So, here you tak boleh sesuka hati buat quadratic ya. This is not quadratic. This is not quadratic equation, man. Human? No. Okay, not quadratic, so no expand. No expand. Don't you ever dare expand it, okay? What you need to do is just sub in the value. Sub in the value pula. Sub in the I and the identity and the matrix A. Okay, so the I is 1001. Plus it with A. What is your A? A is A, B, C, A. A, B, C, A. Tutup bracket. Okay. Tutup bracket. And then, buka lagi satu bracket untuk identity lagi sekali. Tolakkan dengan A. A, B, C, A. Tutup bracket. And so, you want to solve inside part first. Yeah, you want to do the inside part first. Therefore, go on, don't be afraid. So 1 plus A. 1 plus A. Saya ada salah. Ya. Saya ada salah pula. Saya tak ada salah. Saya okay, I'm doing fine. It is just that I know my A already. Tak payahlah tulis, susah payah tulis A dah. My A is what? My A is 0. So I should delete this one, and put my A is 0. My A is 0 from here. So just sub in the A then. Much more simpler. Okay. So 1 here be the, where's my bracket? 1 here be the C here. 1 there. Tutup bracket. And another bracket would be 1 negative B negative C 0. Wow, kali ni ada negatif lah. Berbenda pula 0. Ni satu ni. Can I simplify it a bit more? Kalau saya tak nak buat banyak bracket pun tak apa sebab dia dah sangat simplified. So 1BC1 together with 1 negative B negative C and 1. And so I can now start to solve this part. I solve this part and I will get 1 over 4 with 1 minus BC. Here goes negative B plus B, C minus C, negative B plus 1. Sorry, negative BC. So in this case, this thing is 0. This thing is 0. So kita ditinggalkan dengan 1 over 4, 1 minus BC, 0, 0 with 1 minus BC juga. Wow. A lot of 1 minus BC, miss. Yelah, betul. Tapi, do you know what is your value of BC? Your BC is here, man. Your BC is equals to 1. Therefore, you just sub it in. Okay? Sub it in. Your BC is equals to 1. So when you have sub it in, you will realize that everything is 0. 1 over 4. Inside here, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. 0. Everything is 0. So at the end of the day, your answer of matrix B and times it with matrix C, the answer is actually everything 0. Elemen dia semua 0, 0, 0, 0. And that's it. That's your answer. Done. 20. Soalan 20. Easy peasy, isn't it? Senang je, tak susah pun. Soalan-soalan begini is just a tricky kind of questions. Tricky tak tricky lah. Tricky sikit je. Okay. Let's go on to 21. I believe 21 yang paling semua orang nak belajar kot. Okay, 21. I do not know whether I have the time to teach you guys 34. 33, I think. You guys asked for 33. Kalau saya sempat lah. Kalau saya tak sempat, saya move to the next week lah. So now, I really want to teach you guys 21. Soalan 21 is quite the most important in PSPM. Actually, it's about deducing lah, okay? You have two statements here, right? You have two important statements. You kalau nampak panjang-panjang pelik-pelik macam ni kan, A, B, C lah, A, B lah, B, A lah, equals to something pula tu, equals to B inverse. It's very weird. And you never seen this before, okay? You never seen this before, and so it's what is this? This is a statement. Okay, when you see a statement, it means you must deduce the statement. Okay, this is what you call as deducing. Deducing the statement. You deduce the statement, and how do you start? Adik, tulis lah. How do you start? You start BA is equals to B inverse. So now, don't be afraid. What is your aim? Dia kata show that, okay, at the end of the day, from these two statements, you must show that A inverse is equals to B squared and equals to C. You mesti cari, you akan berjumpa lah. You akan berjumpa dengan dua statement yang berbeza dan you boleh cantumkan dia menjadi tiga perkara ni. They are equal to each other. So that is what you have to do, and you gotta think of sesuatu lah. Yang ni kena bijak sikit lah. Yang ni macam kena fikir, agak-agak aku akan berjumpa dengan apa ya? Aku akan berjumpa dengan B squared tak? Macam tu. Ataupun aku nak berjumpa dengan A squared. Ataupun my aim is trying to find, dekat sini lah macam kena pandai main-main sikit lah. Aku nak kena darab dengan A squared, aku nak kena darabkan dengan A inverse ke, ataupun aku nak darabkan dengan B. This is where you can play. Yeah, totally. You can try and error. Okay, so my try and error is this. I want to try and error by having A inverse both sides at the back. A inverse both sides at the back. This is what I want to do for my try and error. You can try B if you want. You boleh cuba. So my try and error is putting A inverse at the back so that I can meet with identity. So B identity is equals to B inverse A inverse. And I can also delete this identity lah. Dia sebenarnya dia memang ada identity kat sini, tapi you tak nak tulis identity pun tak apa, as long as you understand already. Okay lah, saya tulis lah B is equals to B inverse A inverse. But I want to need some space here because what I want to do right now is I want to put B in front. Saya nak letak B pula di depan. Amboi ni main-main nampak? Yeah, I'm trying to play with it because I will get this in identity. So you must use identity ni tau. You must play along with trying to get the identity matrix. Okay, you must play with it. You must aim to use this, to use anything until you meet with an identity matrix. Itu je sebenarnya. Okay, you must berjumpa dengan identity matrix ni. Itu je. So now you have met with the identity matrix, and so you will get here B squared is equals to the A inverse. Oh wow, Miss, you are hampir sudah. So B squared is equals to A inverse. Almost there. So saya dah berjumpa bahagian mana? Bahagian B squared is equals to A inverse. I have found half of it. I have found some of it. Is it clear for you guys? I have found part of it. So I'm so happy. I'm a happy girl. I'm a happy lady. I'm not a girl anymore. So now I'll bring this to the left a bit. I need some more space. So now I bet I will have to find C. At the end of the day, I must find C is equals to B squared then. Ya, you boleh bermain mengikut cara you sendiri ya. Tidak semestinya cara saya. You can try your own experiment. So now I think for this part, I want to cancel A inverse lah. I want to eliminate AB. So let me show you the magic there. I want to show you the magic by putting AB, the whole thing inverse. I want to put AB, the whole thing to the power of -1. Yeah, that is what I want to do. I want to put inverse. Allah. Don't move. Okay. Saya takut kamu tak nampak. Ini dua perkara berbeza ya. I need to make a line here. This is two different statement. So now, saya nak letak AB inverse di bahagian hadapan. Sebab apa? Nanti saya berjumpa dengan identity matrix. There you go. This gonna give me identity matrix darabkan dengan C matrix. Which at the back here means, what is this, miss? What is this? I do not know. I haven't seen this before. So don't be afraid. Don't you see I'm giving you the properties of inverse matrix here? I am recalling the properties of inverse matrix, which is I'm applying the number 3 properties. Bila you berjumpa dengan AB in bracket to the power of -1, tak bolehlah sebut to the power of -1. It is actually AB, the inverse of AB. Itu yang kita patut sebut. The inverse of AB dalam kurungan AB is equals to B inverse times A inverse. Mesti B inverse dulu, barulah tulis A inverse. Tak boleh suka hati pakai. Kena ikut, as I said, kena ikut property. So here gonna give you B inverse, A inverse. While at the back here gonna give you B inverse also, A inverse also. Because here it is the same thing, guys. Here just the same thing. So I'm just trying to apply the third properties over here. And so my C is actually equal to, you selesaikan ni. Benda ni, miss. You selesaikan dia punya indices ni. Oh boy. Selesaikan indices dia, you akan bertemu dengan, apa sahaja pula nak selesaikan? Apa aku merepek ni? Jangan selesaikan lagi. Macam mana nak selesaikan? Kalau yang base dia tak sama, miss ni suka-suka hati miss ni. Kalau base sama barulah boleh selesaikan miss. Okay, I'm trying now. My B inverse is actually B -2 lah. Okay, boleh. I'm trying to solve same base with the same base, which is -2. So now A inverse, kita dah ada A inverse, betul tak? Our A inverse is actually equal to B squared. And then B squared again. Sebab apa? Sebab ada 2 A inverse. So sebab tu ada 2 B squared. And so when you try to calculate it, when you try to solve it, you will see that the B will be to the power of 2. And thus I have found another statement that will make a conclusion saying that A inverse is equals to B squared, while B squared is equals to C matrix. And so I have shown to the examiner that I am so feeling good. I'm feeling good and brilliant. Macam tu lah. Can you faham? Can you go with me, guys? So far, so good. Are you alright? Are you okay there? Are you okay with me deducing teaching you how to deduce a statement, a silly statement from the questions. Are you all okay? Kamu sedang menulis? Okay, so this is just where you apply using the indices lah. Okay. Yang penting base dia dah sama, bolehlah cari. Boleh, Miss Eva kata boleh. Okay, you baru selesai bab show, okay? You baru selesai bab show, you belum habis lagi. Tak settle lagi dengan saya. Saya nak bawa ni ke bawah. Oh my god, it's moving. Copy boleh, copy. Copy. Paste. And then I want to yeah, I need this again. I kind of need the properties again because dia suruh kita cari the C and the A. Very interesting, Miss Intan said. Yeah, it's very interesting, this kind of questions. It's totally interesting, right? Sebab you bukan apa tau, you boleh bermain-main. You can try and error, you can play and experiment. Sebab bukan cara Miss ni je yang boleh dapat jawapan. There are a lot of ways. Okay, you can try, guys. Don't be rigid. Okay. So now nak cari C dan A. Menggunakan statement yang sama juga. You gotta need this statement to help you to find the C and A. So you know that the C is equals to B squared. And in fact, you have this B punya matrix kan, 3x3 matrix. So you have no problem in finding B times B, which is 1, 2, 0, 0, negative 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. You buat sendiri and you will dapat jawapan C. Okay, you dapat jawapan C iaitu 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 2, 2, 1. Okay. Macam sebut nombor telefon. Okay, so that is your C. How about your A inverse? A inverse pula. Tak. Dia cari A. So, dia cari A. What is the A? So, bila dia nak cari A, mestilah you kena pakai yang ada A inverse dan juga C lah kot. Kalau nak guna B kalau nak guna B squared pun boleh juga, but B squared is totally equal to C, right? So you can use A inverse is equals to C. You use that. Do you remember? Okay, so now do you remember that if you want to find A, you can apply a property of inverse matrix, which is bila you tambahkan tengok ni, benda ni dah inverse. A inverse, kalau you nak inversekan dia lagi, you akan hilanglah inverse tersebut, jadilah A semata-mata. So that is what you want to do. That is really, really the things that we want to do. We do not want A inverse. By using the properties, if you times the power by its inverse, both side, of course lah, both side you tak boleh buat sebelah sahaja kan. So both side must be doing the inverse thing. Okay. And so you berjumpa lah dengan A. You akan bertemu lah dengan A. Tapi A ni pula akan bersamaan dengan C inverse. So C inverse, can you find it? Of course you can, sebab you dah ada C. So you bolehlah cari C inverse menggunakan a joint matrix. A joint matrix is 1 over determinant C times it with a joint C. And you have to do a very, very long solution lah. And I want you to do it by yourself until you will meet the answer of A bersamaan dengan 3x3 matrix also. 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, negative 2, and 1. That's it. Okay, that's it. That is your answer. You just have to play use properties, use and play with the properties. That is the lesson for today. Okay, the lesson for today is just playing with the property and just gotta try and error which one is the most suitable for you to find the easiest answer. So actually kita ni memang banyak property, matematik ni memang banyak cara nak selesaikan. Cumanya you can find a lot of simple, much more better than mine actually. So if you do have a much more interesting solution that you feel very easy to find instead of my method here, you can show to me. Show to me privately dahulu. Okay, tunjuk saya dulu, tanya dulu. Jangan cakap dekat live. Kalau dekat live nanti takut tak sure betul ataupun tidak. So now, if you have much more interesting method that you want to show me, please do. I am very welcoming those who are loving the experiment of using the properties. Okay, you should try and error using the properties. Okay, guys. Okay, now I think I still have 10 minutes and I would like to go to the question 33. Last lah from me. 34 tu saya tak perlu explain pun tak apa. 35 ni quite simple actually. But 33 is where many of you 33 lah sebab dalam Google form, many of you vote for 33. But is it 33A ke 33B? Can you tell me which one that you want the most? I think A ni quite simple, right? A ni kalau kita tak discuss tak apa. Can I go to B? Is it okay, everybody? Do you want A or do you want B? You can only choose one. You can only choose one. I want to discuss either A or either B only. Kenapa student saya semua senyap je ni? B. River said B. Is it B? Is it river only? Ke kamu ada masalah dengan A? A ni tidak sesusah mana yang kamu sangka tau. A ni just nak cari transpose je. Okay? Transpose benda. This is cofactor A. Okay, this is a cofactor of matrix A. So the way to write it is that. So your job is just to find the 9 element, right? Positive palang, negative palang, positive palang, and so on. Ada 9 element, ada 9 palang. Okay, so you just compare it with what? Yeah, you just find it from this one. This is 3 by 3 element. This is 3 by 3 matrix. So you find dia ni matrix A punya cofactor. You cari cofactor untuk matrix A and then you compare lah. And then you compare lah dengan you punya jawapan dekat cofactor kat sini. And don't forget cofactor. Cofactor. Tak ada transpose. Tidak, Miss A. Okay. Goodbye A. Let's go to B. So B. Ni dah settle Anggaplah dah settle. Kamu semua okay. So given that, so I write down given that A squared minus 4A plus I is equals to 0. Show that this thingy. Wow. Where the I is 3 by 3 identity matrix, hence find the A cube. Okay, so bila you nampak macam ni, you nampak A squared, you nampak A. So you tak cukup apa? You tak cukup another A. If you tak cukup another A, you letaklah A, you darablah A untuk setiap term. That's all. So A squared minus 4A. So I prefer to put A dekat belakang lah. Sebab nanti senang. Plus, tengok saya tengah bagi ruang tau. Bagi ruang nak letak A tu dekat mana. So my A is at the back lah. I prefer it to be at the back. Depan pun boleh. Tapi saya pilih belakang. Okay. A at the back, A at the back, A at the back, A at the back. For every term. Multiply for every term. Multiply. A for every term at the back. Okay. At the back. At the back. Every term must be at the back. Must be at the back. Don't suka-suka hati letak. Okay. And so you will get A cubed. You will get A cubed minus 4A squared plus A is equals to 0. Sorry. Soalan ni pernah saya ajar lah dalam video saya. Okay, tak apalah. So A squared ni dari mana? A squared ni dari statement kita lah. Ni ha. Ni statement kita. You jadikan. Okay, sabar. Saya cuba bersabar. So now, let me copy this thing first. Can I really copy it? No, I cannot copy it sebab dia dah bergerak-gerak. So A squared minus 4A plus I is equals to 0. So you can jadikan A squared sebagai subjek. You jadikan dia sebagai subjek, you will get 4A minus I. Okay. You dapat 4A minus I. And so you masukkanlah A squared ni dengan 4A minus I. That's it. Okay, so A cube minus 4 times apa? Times ni ha. Times lah 4A minus I. Tutup bracket. Tambah. A is equals to 0. So A cube minus 16. Minus 16A plus 4I plus A is equals to 0. Jangan takut. Ini boleh selesai. Negative 16A plus A is equals to negative 15A. Wow, getting there. Getting things that we want to show. So at the end of the day, you will find that A squared is equals to 15A, positive 15A minus 4I. Ta-da! And you have successfully shown to us that you are so clever. I think I'm like gila dah kan, dah gelong dah 2 jam dah bercakap. So now you boleh cari your A cube without fail. Without finding any difficult matrix. No. What you need to do is just A cube is equals to 15 times A. 15 times A is matrix A. Matrix A kamu apa? Ni nah, matrix A kamu pakai je lah 1, 2, negatif 1. So 1, 2, negatif 1. 2, 3, negatif 3. 2, negatif 1. Tolakkan dengan 4, identity. You know what is identity. Identity is diagonal line, dia ada 1, 1, 1. So the rest will be 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Ta-da! And you solve it by yourself and you will find that A cube is equal to 11, 30, negative 15, 30, 41, negative 45, 30, 30, and negative 19. Ta-da! That's it. That's how you deduce. This is what we call as deduce. Dalam soalan dia mungkin tak akan cakap pun deduce ni. Dia memang takkan bagi tahu pun dengan kamu, oh nak deduce, perkataan deduce. Pandai-pandai sendiri lah nampak statement tu. Okay, pandai-pandai sendiri. This is what you call as a statement. A statement ni Nina, warna merah ni. This is a statement. A statement that you know, you tak payah fikir panjang-panjang, melainkan you deduce sahaja. Cara nak deduce adalah making sure everything is at the same position. At the back, semua A at the back. Kalau nak letak A di depan, boleh. A, semua A di bahagian depan. Faham ke? Is it clear, everybody? Is it very, very clear to you all? If it is not yet clear, if it is not clear enough, you have to watch this video again and again. And if it is still not understandable, you must PM saya. Okay? You must ask me personally. I would very welcome. And if you know me, if you always ask me, I always reply you as soon as possible. That is how I treat my students. Okay? Yes, I am okay with that. Yeah, you are always okay with your work. How about the rest of you? Yeah, clear miss. Tapi janganlah buat macam saya ni dot ni janganlah. Janganlah ikut cara saya buat dot ni. Saya minta kamu semua buat penyelesaian yang sangat clear. Don't do like me this kind. This is what I'm just trying to make it fast. Okay, sama juga dengan Nina. Okay, a join matrix ni, this is C inverse, right? This is C inverse. This is inverse matrix of C. Okay, by what? This is a join method. Finding it by using a joint method. Okay, so this adjoint method is not as simple as you think boleh terus dapat jawapan. Tak ya? Tidak. This is not as simple as you think, oh boleh terus dapat jawapan. Fahim tum, apa tu? Akila, apa kamu merepek tu? Okay, does make me smile a bit. Okay, just back to what I'm saying right now, that adjoint method is not simple. It has a very long solution. Okay, so make sure you do a proper way of finding the answer. Okay, I know you don't have enough time. Miss ni nak cepat je menulis, but you do have time after this. You must do it nicely. Okay, make sure you do your work. Make sure you do your you do your solution dengan sangat-sangat kemas. Miss sangat mengharapkan itu. Okay, I really want to see a proper work, because a proper work gonna lead you to a proper result. Okay, ingat tu, a proper work, a proper solutions, a proper understanding will give you a proper results that you want. Okay, your results is according to your effort. If your effort is this small, your result will also be this small. If your effort is very big for any subject, you will get a good results that you really want. Okay, so I'm gonna stop now. I'll leave you to do your solutions properly. I want you to do the solutions very neatly, not doing like this kind, not following like mine, terus dapat jawapan tidak. Saya nak kamu lebih memahami konsep, lebih memahami jalan kerja, menunjukkan jalan kerja yang baik, and from there you get the right answer. That's it. Can you do that for me, please? Can you do that for me? Boleh, Miss. Okay, I think you all sangat yeah. Okay. So I want you to perkemaskan jalan kerja kamu, okay? Perkemaskan setiap chapter. Perkemaskan jalan kerja. Jangan buat cincai boncai. Tak, saya tak suka. Okay, remember you are going back. You are going back here to the college. And my style, I always check students' homework. Okay, so if your work is cincai boncai, I'm not gonna like it. I am being very honest here. Okay, so I want your work to be very neat and proper. That's all I want. I don't care you what tahap you are, what level you are in mathematics. The mathematics skill is good or what or sederhana or lemah. I do care about it, but if you take serious about your work, I know that you are being serious about what you are doing right now, which is trying to get the job done, trying to get a good result by being a good student, by having a good attitude. Itu je yang saya nak nampak. A good attitude gonna show it all. So I want your jalan kerja to be very neat and proper, because from there I know how much effort that you put onto it. Okay? So I'll stop now, and please tengok balik jalan kerja kamu, tengok balik semua chapter jalan kerja kamu. Is it proper enough? Is it looking good enough? So I'll stop here. Assalamualaikum and goodbye. I hope today's lesson is helpful to many of you, inshallah. Ameen. Assalamualaikum. Goodbye, everyone. Good evening. Goodbye. Have a good rest too. Have a good rest.